That's no worries. That's because you're always at work when 2 days before the market starts. Good morning, Kai. The squeeze is back in effect. Trying to hold over 21. Still wanting that break of the $0.50. Yep, that's what we've all got to do. My average cost at the moment is 20.86. We're just hovering above, we're just kind of hovering above 21. We've been as high as 21.40s. 21.44 is the highest we've been so far. I didn't take profit, I should have done. I was looking for a full ride up past the $0.50. Don't trade with your phone, Macca. Whatever you do. Yeah, good decision. Trading on your phone is a route to destruction. I've tried it. But price action, not just volume, but price action. It's gone from 1870s all the way up to 2040s already in the last half an hour. 40 minutes. Last hour then. It's 7 a.m. market time. It's now approaching 8 a.m. market time. Started the stream a little bit earlier than I normally do because I was in the trade and I thought, okay, I might not get out of this trade in time to start the stream, and whilst it's consolidating, and it might just, this might be the peak. It might flush all the way back down to like $15. Who knows? But I'll be happy if it goes up to $25, $30, $35, something like that. A $10 move would make my absolute day. Imagine $32 peak. I'm in for 10,000. That'll be a like $12 move, 120 grand. Yeah, I'll bank that. Neither of them are easy, Katie. Neither of them are easy. Trading Forex, I just find more difficult trading Forex than trading stocks. Because at least with stocks, you can try and give yourself an edge with some of the fundamentals. With Forex, not really. You're looking for totally technical guidance, and if you're trading on technical alone, you're unlikely to make money in the long run. So at least with stocks, if you've got fundamental catalysts involved, you can look at the volume that's being traded versus the float. So in terms of liquidity, all of this kind of stuff, the volatility, all of that makes it just a little, in my opinion, a little bit easier than trading Forex. Trading Forex, you're getting minuscule moves, and you've got to take big leverage to take advantage of that. And the big leverage is always increase in risk. What's going on? Oh, it's the 8 o'clock scrum. Always scares the bejesus out of me. Just got to watch the price action instead of the chart, because it scares the bejesus out of me. Whenever you get the 8 o'clock scrum, you get these spikes to the downside, to the upside as well, but it's to the downside that always makes me worry. What else am I watching today? There's not a lot moving today. Not at the moment, at least. I was looking at Kodiak, but it just dumped. Now it's trading sideways under the VWAP. Fubo did a similar sort of thing. Russia's Sarva's making good moves, I guess. We'll see. Well, the market makers are going to have. Well, I think a lot of people bought in when it was up at 28 and 30s and are holding bags and are looking for it to move back up again. That's what always happens. People buy at the top, buying on the back of FOMO, wanting to join the party, chasing the momentum, and end up with the rug pulled from under them. Always hoping for a good day. There's always more downside, Toffer, but there's more upside as well. It's trying to make steady moves upwards. I'm looking for it to get to the green line. So if we can get to $23, I think we've got a good potential run on our cards if we can get to $23. At $21, it's been kind of hovering about $21 for the last half an hour. Well, no offense, Macca, but I hope crude continues to fall. That's not on your position. That's just for the price of fuel at the pumps, price of energy. I mean, we've not seen the price of the fuel come down at the same level. It was $120 a barrel. Now it's what, 80, 90, 86, 88 you say it is now? So that's a good, what, 25%? Not seeing the prices at the pumps come down by 25%. Scandalous profiteering. Yeah, well, how many years? About 20 years they were saying, drive a diesel, it's better for the environment, less CO2. And then about 5 years ago, they said, don't drive a diesel, we've got all the particulates, it's bad for the environment. You're like, what? That's one of the reasons that they actually had less tax on diesel, because of the particulate, because of the less CO2. So it was environmentally friendly. They chop and change to whatever suits them. Pain in the hole. Hey, Matt. Just consolidating. There's nothing moving really right now. Everything's quiet this morning. It's a quiet morning. Well, electric cars. I was watching somebody the other day, and he drives here in Ireland. He drives a taxi, and he went and bought one of those Nissan Leaf, which is an electric car. He bought it second hand, and the battery went. And Nissan, so we got in touch with Nissan, and they said it's going to cost him 14 grand for a new battery, and another grand to install it and fit it. That's 15 grand. And it's like, 15 grand in a taxi? Apparently 175,000 is the lifespan of the battery. And if everybody goes if everybody goes to electric, they're all going to be plugging the cars in when they get home from the evening at 7 o'clock. It's bad enough they have to put extra power supplies on for the break on Coronation Street or the football match or whatever, you know. But when everybody gets home at 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock, they put the car on charge. Just not going to be able to provide enough power for everybody. Yeah. You'll buy one when it runs on 6 AAAs. I like that one. It's the curse stock, absolutely, Matt. Actually, I think the curse stock was, what was that one I lost all that money on the other week? NVIV was the ticker, wasn't it? Big loss. Oh, it wasn't. Jeez. Yeah, beginning of this month. That's the curse stock. Tough belt. I'm not seeing anything on the scanners for tough belt right now. Take a look at it on the smaller screen though. No, there's nobody trading tough belt at the minute. No volume at all. Oh, you were saying tough belt was a curse stock. No, it was MVIV that I lost the money on. Tough belt I lost. I got caught in that flush. That only cost me like $5.5 grand, or was it $3.5 grand, or something like that. But I'm just going to get out this one if it breaks the $0.50. I was looking for the $0.50 up or the $0.50 down. That was my plan. $36 versus $64. No, I did lose on tough belt, but it was NVIV was the ticker that I lost like 60,000 on in one sitting. Okay, we'll get it. Broke the $0.50. Don't think that's going to move. Right, I can look at what else is moving. Nothing. Quite frankly. Forza F1. Popped up. Not great volume. Let's have a look at the Sava. Sava's moving again, not great volume. Well, that's what's missing. We're just missing a bit of momentum. Nice bit of momentum. Would be good. Yeah, a lot of people are buying. It's the new darling of Wall Street bets and the Reddit community. In terms of a potential short squeeze. Marco, you're probably not wrong there, buddy. Well, while I'm not trading, I'll just pop a drink. pint of blood, it looks like. This is Barocca Blackcurrant. Go figure. Never had this before, so we'll see. Normally go for the orange. It's a quiet day today at the moment. Big movers yesterday. Blue Water Vaccines down heavily, 30%. Bed Bath & Beyond down 10%. Here down 13%. Kirk down 10%. Yeah. However, let's go back to Bed Bath & Beyond. There's not a lot else worth looking at right now. There's not a lot moving. So we'll just keep an eye on stuff. That is interesting. Ooh, that's interesting. That's quite nice. How's Revlon doing these days? That's a good question. Look, there's nothing trading at the moment. It's massive head and shoulders on the 60-minute. No, it needs volume. Had a pop-up pre-market yesterday, but then sold off. Had a good run the day before. We got some money out of it the day before. Above goal on the small account the day before. No problem at all, Tuffer. Well, nothing. QNRX. There's nothing moving right now. We just sat here waiting. See what happens. Let's put the S&P 500 is up on the day at the moment. If you're wondering what those two spikes, those are algorithmic trades. They're just the market makers clearing the books. Algorithmic spikes. I think we'll have a green day today in the wider market, Tuffer. That's my only my personal opinion, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. That's a good point. IPOs should be. Is it today or tomorrow? The 18th today. Okay, so we've got GigaCloud today. We had Lucy on Monday, but GCT is the ticker, GigaCloud. And then we've got Pax Medica tomorrow. So GigaCloud is set to, it's going to be just under 3 million share float. It's going to be 12.25 open at the moment. That's what it's slated for. But Lucy was the last one that I can see. Pax Medica tomorrow. So yeah, IPOs, not a huge amount. So we're just watching. Let's see what happens. Stuff built, not really doing anything. PRTY. Why? Because we like to. IPOs, you get volatility with IPOs, you get volatility with the earnings, you get volatility with, you know, any kind of news event that is relevant to the fundamentals of a company. FDA approval, patent granted, you know, activist investor takes a stake, pandemic, you know, a breakout of an epidemic breakout, you know, people who manufacture drugs for that particular epidemic. Lots of different things. A contract being won or awarded. Anything that's going to impact the fundamentals of a company can impact the price. So back down at $20, just over $20 on Bed Bath & Beyond. Let's see this back above the view up before we get back in. Say 2050. Apple, long-term Apple's not a bad buy anyway. I mean, they're not going anywhere anytime soon, and it's decent dividends most of the time as well. Same thing with a number of the larger companies. G-Box, Green Box. This is Green Box. Again, we're not. I want to see something really volatile today. Bbby just spiked up. 9%. Well, good stuff. Scalping Green Box is what you want to be able to do. Why is this moving up? Eric Bioscience. Just says that LX, EMVB, and QNRX are among pre-market gainers. Doesn't say why. No catalyst. It's a very small float though, 1.5 million float. So that might have something to do with it. QNRX. They had earnings released today. Let me have a look at that. Probably sold off on a result of it. Wouldn't surprise me. Yep. So that was earnings. QNRX. That's not a bad earnings per share. It's negative 324, which is up from negative 1805 year over year. Okay, so they've initiated clinical trial evaluating lead product candidate for Netherton syndrome, whatever that is. That's another news catalyst this morning from an hour ago, but that doesn't seem to have impacted the price very positively. PSTV, I can take a look at it for you. So I've not looked at it because it's under $2, and my filter, I filter out everything under $2. I don't trade the literal penny stocks. But this is 124 at the minute. Decent volume, but the question there is up at 130%. Let me just plus therapeutics. The news catalyst here. Okay, so plus therapeutic shares double on research grant from state of Texas. So that's the catalyst. Will it continue to go up? Who knows? Go and watch it, Matt. Why are you telling me? Why are you asking me what the video contains? Go and watch it. Find out. It's an introduction. If you want the more in-depth stuff, you get on the course. That's the first lesson on the course. Now, PSTV, moving well. One of the only things that is at the minute. Yeah, not a lot of volume at all. Most things have sold off overnight and trying to make a comeback right now. Yeah, we'll just watch for momentum to come in, to kick in. Hey, not very well. You're right back at you. Sound like Jesse Pinkman. Yeah, if it's under $2, I won't touch it. I mean, if you've got a small account, I do have the small account. I'm doing the small account challenge at the moment, so I suppose I could look at this small. It just deviates so far from my strategy that probably best just not to. I'll stick to the strategy. I didn't do any video recap last night on. I was actually totally shattered. I fell asleep. Had my dinner, went and sat on the couch and just lay down on the couch and fell asleep. Woke up, it was like nearly 10 o'clock. So completely missed power hour. Completely exhausted. If I don't know why I was exhausted, not done anything during the day. Walked the dog, but that's it. And so I just thought, sod it, I can't. I just didn't have the energy to record the trade recaps either on the small account or the main account yesterday. I just thought, nah, a day off won't hurt anyone. We finished yesterday. It was a red day yesterday, unfortunately, on the main account. It was green on the small account, but it was a red day on the main account. I suppose the question is, what are we going to get today? Will we get any kind of momentum? It's just very, very quiet. This has got like going back to June. May and June. Pre-market. Nothing moving. BBIG's up quite big for Vinco Ventures if you like those smaller price stocks. M&MD has which is Mind Medicine, as pointed out by El Puno, there is up quite a bit as well this morning. But as I say, I don't trade those penny stocks, so I'm looking for something above, ideally above $3. That's moving. I'm still watching Bed Bath & Beyond on my watch list charts here on the other screen. It's currently ranging just above $20, between 20 and 25. So VWAP there is like 2040. So I'm really looking for it to break the VWAP, break the $half, and then it's of interest again. I don't know where my mouse is going. Back balcony, I think. Not front balcony. Beneath the ledge. Upstart moving up. Arrow. BJ's have reported, BJ's Wholesale Club, they've reported good Q2 results, earnings and sales results. They've raised their annual guidance. Here we go. So Bed Bath & Beyond analysts says pullback to $2 is likely. Trends at retailer remain challenged. Do you know what? I find this amusing. Did they not learn anything from GameStop and AMC? Or Revlon and Tough Built more recently? Or was it Redbox more recently? As long as you've got the 8 movement behind them, it's okay. So let's have a look at this. I'll pull this up for everyone to see. Okay, Bed Bath & Beyond analyst, the stratospheric climb saw Bed Bath & Beyond jump from just under $10 to $23 in 6 sessions. Actually went up to $30 yesterday. After a 6-session winning streak and a 135% jump, the wheels fell off the rally. No, they didn't. The stock sliding over 18% in after hours trading on Wednesday. That was yesterday. Trigger was a Form 144 filing by Ryan Cohen's RC Ventures, which suggested the firm is planning to sell 7.7 million common shares and 16,000 call options to buy 1.6 million shares. So going back to what I was saying yesterday, this is common when you've got a stock, a company that's not really performing that well financially, and they have a run up on the share price. It's common for them to issue a secondary offering and make money that way. If they're not making money through the core business, they will sell additional shares to raise money, raise capital to them so that they can then invest back in the business. So just interesting report this. So KeyBank family recommends selling. That's because they're heavily shorted on it. KeyBank capital markets analyst Bradley Thomas noted that trading activity in Bed Bath Beyond shares remained very unusual. He noted that shares were up about 4.6 times since July 29th, outperforming the 3.5% gain for the S&P 500 index during the same period. Come on. Really? So KeyBank maintained a sell rating and a $2 price target on Bed Bath & Beyond. with a price target suggesting a 91% downside. Pre-market trading on Thursday, Bed Bath & Beyond shares were slipping 13% to $20, according to Benzinga. Well, it's funny that, you know, that they'll put out like, we recommend you sell it. Of course you do, because you're short on it. You're already selling it, and you want to buy those shares back at a lower price. You think that, you know, who was it? Kramer this morning. It was, or was it last night? Jim Cramer was saying that no, it's a garbage. It is a garbage company. Let's face it. But it's garbage to buy. Don't go long on it. It's a terrible company. You'll lose your money and all this kind of stuff. It's not like GameStop and AMC. It's exactly like GameStop and AMC. It's the same people. It's the same community. It's exactly the same community. People that are along on hodling around GameStop and AMC are the same people that are now buying Bed Bath & Beyond and trying to force this big squeeze. So it's exactly the same. Crisis, are you 12? Does your mother know you've got access to the internet? The hedge, a lot of the hedge funds have lost so much money over the last couple of years as a result of the heavy short plays. The fact that we went into a bear market has saved a lot of them from going into liquidation, because if you look at some of these hedge funds, they doubled down despite what the price action was telling them. Instead of covering for a loss, they doubled down to average their buy price up, which, you know, when you've got deep pockets, you can keep doing that, but there's only so long that you can keep doing that. Yeah, well, there's a if you're not following it, there's I think there's a Twitter handle. I think it's Inverse Kramer. So it's a spoof of Jim Cramer, and whatever he says, they'll say the opposite. And it's actually worked out that it does better predictions and calls than Kramer does, because it's just a spoof of Kramer and does the exact opposite. It peaked at 30. Don't see it ever getting there again. Well, let's go and have a look at some of the fundamentals, shall we? Bed Bath & Beyond. Let's look at it on the daily chart and zoom out. Okay, so we don't see it ever going back up to 30. So if we just go back to March, it was up at over 30 in March. It got 29 in March, so it was in March. It was up at 30s around this time last year. It did squeeze up to 40, almost 45 back in June last year. So it does have, I'm not saying it's going to go back up to these dates again, but it does have form. It's been up to as high as nearly $54. That would have been January last year. So it has been up that high before. So to say it's not going to get up that high, if the momentum's behind it and you've got the squeeze, then there's no reason why it can't. It absolutely can. Not saying it will. Not financial advice, but not a financial advisor. But it certainly can. I'm watching it. It's still on track. Let's look at what was a recent short squeeze. Redbox. Let's have a look at Redbox and the action that went through on Redbox on the daily. No action because it's sold off. But if you look at this on the daily, how it went up. We had this squeeze here back in May, and this is when the original chicken soup for the... I can get rid of all these lines because it's stopped trading. The original chicken soup for the soul sumo. So it's been selling off. Original chicken soup for the soul rumors came out. It squeezed up, and then people saying it's done, and then what happened? It squeezed again. So it went all the way up to nearly $15. So it did. It went up to 50. It went up to $18. That would have been back in June. So there's squeezes have a tendency to make a move up, garner the interest. The market makers, the shorts, all double down. It pushes the price down, and then once they start to cover, because they have to cover just to take profits, whether they cover just to liquidate a position. Even when it comes down, they have to cover to take profits. But at some stage, they're going to have to buy, and when they buy, it sends the price soaring again. And then other people who didn't cover down at the low prices get liquidated, and we end up with that. That's what happens with the short squeeze. But no short squeeze lasts forever. That's a given. No short squeeze lasts forever. So if you're hoping that this will continue to squeeze for the rest of the month, it might do, it might not.
We're doing 25%. That's 50% of the size initial value from where you bought. So this is actually quite. This is support, and as it tries to trade back up, it can't quite break it. Now it looks like we're having a battle along. So,
oh, sorry, just having to mute the Discord there. So we're just struggling for things to trade this morning. It's going to have to be one of those patient days, I think. Here we go. Frza. $7. Why is that popping up? That's wrong. That's not gone up full. According to the scanners, that's up 11% over the last 15 minutes. No, it's not. It's actually down. Go figure. Yes, Bbby is institutionally owned by 84%, but the point there is if they sell, then someone's going to buy it. If they hold, it means it reduces the liquidity, which increases in terms of what's available to trade, which increases the ability of a potential short squeeze. So nobody's going to cover. Yeah, so you again, well, Veru at 23.82, El Puno. Let's not talk about AMTD. AMTD, yeah. And all those. So don't buy it and hodl and hope for the best. Have stops in place. Don't get in there just hoping it's going to squeeze. Look for entries. Look for signs of momentum to the upside or to the downside or whatever it is. If it's moving to the upside, then maybe you can get in and join the squeeze. If it's moving to the downside, You either want to get out of your position and cut your losses, or sell. If you can short it, short it. You know, I'm not against people making money on the market. So if you're trying to give the hedges wedges, that's all fine and dandy, and you do your thing, boo-boo, you know. But the whole point of us doing this is to make money. So if you want to short it, short it. Let's actually have a look. And is it shortable? No. Your broker might be able to short it. You'd probably have to. It's hard. It's hard to borrow. So you can't short it by default. You have to locate shares. You can't add stops. You're trading with a broker, and they don't allow you to put stops in place. That's horrible. Heraclean is down at 438. Had a good day, a reasonably good day yesterday. Moved up from kind of 410s, just over $4 to $5. So it's a whole dollar move yesterday. Not the likes of the pop that we saw back in June. That was lovely trading, Heraclean. Depending on what platform you're trading on, it's usually connected to your broker, and you can there's a little area on my platform. There's a little area on my montage that tells me whether something's shortable or not, whether there's shares to borrow or not, whether it's short sale restricted. When it's short sale restricted, it means you can short it, but you can only short it on the uptick, not the downtick. So you have to put a limit order in place and wait for it to come back and hit your price. So you can't short on the bid. You have to short on the ask. So there's a little section on my montage that allows me to see that. Oh, tell me, Heraclean, if it had that kind of pop as it did in June, I'd be straight in there. I'd be scaling up 20,000-30,000 shares and ride it all the way up. Had a really good trade out of Eric. A $63,000 trade in one go with one day with Heraclean back in June. AT&T, let's have a look. What's the ticker on AT&T now? Just a minute. Just T, isn't it? Okay. AT&T, there's no volume at the minute. It's had a massive sell-off on the daily. There is potential here if we get back up towards $19, we could get a run up. But look at this on the daily. You've got this massive gap down from the earnings back in July. Then there's a kind of a W formation, double bottom. It's actually coming back down again. So you really would have been looking at what's the high of this middle bit here at 1887. You really wanted to see a break of $19 for a run up, and got this potential gap fill to do here. But right now it's looking weak. It's looking to make new lows as opposed to break highs. But I did like that. If it rallies and reverses, look for the break of kind of $18.90, $19 for then a potential run up to fill the gap. Massive window there. No problem at all. Adam? I smell fish. Fish cooking. It's that kind of lunchtime smell when people Mighty Stocks. Yes, I have a website. Yes, there's a lot of affiliate links on there. It's just another one of my income streams. So yeah. What stocks am I looking at? Well, I just looked at AT&T. I'm looking at anything that's moving, which isn't very much right now. So if there's a stock that you want to take a look at, let me know the ticker and I'll pull it up and we'll have a conversation about it. Like I said, Mo, let me know the ticker and we'll have a conversation about it. There are literally thousands of stocks, thousands of tickers, and whilst I might know the company, to actually Fubo TV, I'm not sure. It's been looking reasonably good, hasn't it? Okay, so there's a couple of Cineworld stocks. So Cineworld Group, it's CNNWF or CNWGY. Let me know which one you want to have a look at, and both penny stocks, and that's why I don't take a look at them. But Fubo, it's been quite bullish this last couple of days, so and right now it's on the short sale restriction list as well, so you might be able to short it, but only on the uptick. This is Fubo. Had a good day on Tuesday, and to be fair, it's had a good couple of weeks. Look at it on the daily. It's had a good couple of weeks move up. Had a sell-off day yesterday, but after a big run up to $8, the sell-off, if you look at this for the month of August, they're actually, I would say it's still fairly strong. It's held most of its gains on the month so far. So you could short it, but that's entirely down to you. That's a risk that you take. Just watch the price action. What's it looking like at the moment? It's kind of sideways, just choppy. It's 1% up on the day, so it's just choppy sideways, consolidating after yesterday's sell-off. Here, so here had a good day on Tuesday, and then yesterday most of the gains were pre-market yesterday, and then it kind of consolidated from midday onwards. If you look at this on the 60-minute chart, 30-minute chart or something, so you can see it started to move up really into the close, popped, and it continued to move up in the out-of-hours session on Wednesday morning. Had a good day yesterday until kind of midday, and then consolidated into the close. Right now it's just sideways, so keep watching it. It's above the VWAP, which means it's upwards trending right now, but the volume's not huge, so here probably not something I'm looking at trading right now. 290s. Not quite volatile enough just yet. Well, any particular stock can squeeze. I mean, short squeeze is just the shorting of heavily shorting percentage is just the reason for a squeeze, and essentially all a squeeze is people buying the shares, and it doesn't have to be shorts covering, which is what triggers a short squeeze. It can be just bullish sentiment. We've seen that quite a bit over the last couple of weeks. Stocks with very bullish sentiment. Well, today Nasdaq is green at the moment. I actually think we'll probably get a choppy sideways day, but it will finish green. That's my opinion. Not financial advice. I don't think we'll get huge moves on the markets today. I just think we're going to be quite kind of choppy. Actually, saying that, Fubo TV is quite heavily shorted as well. It's 31% short. It's not a big float either. It's a decent sized float. 54 million, 55 million in the float. No, sorry, that's the short float. It's 177 million float. But it's a mid cap in terms of float size, mid-sized float. But 31% short, it could squeeze. Fubo. So Chris is Curis is the company, and 53% up on the day. Had a pop this morning. It's up at 160, 160s now, 162. Let me just get a look at this. So Curis, catalyst here. The FDA clears Curis a lymphoma study, keeping leukemia trial still stalled. So Curis stocks us as FDA lifts partial clinical hold on imavucitab's lymphoma study. It's got a catalyst, moving up nice. What I would say is it is very extended. Look at it on the daily. I'm not seeing. Oh, mind you, there's a big gap. There is a big gap. So we had a high back in April of 170. So if it gets to 170, there's a huge gap to a huge window to 228. So there's a 50 cent, 60 cent nearly window between 170. If it gets that, in terms of resistance, prior resistance levels, we're just then talking about psychological levels. Adam and Eve is just a double bottom or a double top, Alistair. It's the shape of the double bottom or double top. So if you've got an Adam and Eve, you can have an Adam and Adam, or Eve and Eve, or you can have Eve and Adam, whatever. So the Adam is, if you've got a double bottom, let's just say it's a double bottom rather than double top. But if you've got a double bottom, a V shape on the first bottom, and then a U shape on the second bottom will be classed as an Adam and Eve. A V shape on both bottoms will be Adam and Adam, and a U shape on both bottoms will be Eve and Eve. It's just the shape of the double bottom, that's all. And the shape can give an indication of how volatile the move is likely to be on the reversal. The double bottoms and double tops are reversal patterns, and the actual shape on this, particularly on the second the second double bottom or top, it can give you an indication of the likely volatility of the move. If it's a rounded bottom, then you're more likely to get a gradual increase and a gradual gain. If it's a pointed bottom, then like a V shape, then you're more likely to get a volatile reversal. There's just a severe lack of movement in the market today, guys. It really is. Frza X1 is below the VWAP. Kodiak is the top mover, but it's just not moving. It's actually selling off. Just Kodiak. No volume. Virtually nobody trading it. So it popped up. Look at this on the 15-minute. It popped up, and then it's just selling off. So I'm getting a bit of $3 support there, but it's not looking strong enough to hold that, in my opinion. Yes, you can, Alistair. You can get an even Adam, you can get an even Eve. Got to just remember, we've got to be all inclusive these days. We're in even the stock market has become woke. Well, we've got half an hour to go to the bell. What are you watching at the bell, guys? Because quite frankly, I've got nothing that I'm particularly bullish about today. I figured I'd try and get it on a potential squeeze back up for Bed Bath & Beyond whilst it was above the VWAP. As soon as it broke below the VWAP, I'm no longer interested in that until it gets back above the VWAP. So Kodiak, big time selling off. It's just sold. We just broke that $3 support, and I did say we didn't look strong enough to hold it. I'm not saying I'm the best trader on this platform, but possibly top 3. Yeah, those are kind of good moving stocks at the moment, Kai. If you like those low price stocks, PSTV and CRIS, they'll play for you. Good luck. And they've got good catalysts as well, decent catalysts, which is another thing. So some of these lower price stocks, they can move very well intraday. So if you're going in with a decent size, and you have to take decent size shares to make the gain. So if it's a $2 stock and it moves 50 cents, it's moved 25% on the day. So if you've got 50 cents and you've got 5,000 shares or 10,000 shares, you can make $2.5 grand on that. Not going to catch the whole move, but let's say half of it. It's not important to fill the gap, Alistair. It's it just tends to be that the market the market doesn't always, history in the market doesn't always repeat itself, but it rhymes. It does like to fill gaps. That's just the way it works, and there's a psychological element to it. So then you start talking, you're looking for areas of support and resistance. You're looking for windows and gaps in terms of where a potential squeeze could happen, where a potential run up or sell off could happen. And those are the things that you look for. So if you've got no resistance levels directly, you're coming to a resistance level, and then there's no resistance level for another 30 cents above that, you know you've got a clear run at, if you break that level, and you obviously look at level 2 as well, where the big orders and big sell orders and things are. But if you break that level, the likelihood is that you've got the chance to have a big run up for as much as 30 cents on that particular window. That's just an example. It could be $3. It could be $30, depending on the size of the stock and the price action you're talking about. That's definitely fish I can smell. Okay, guys, own up. Who's cooking fish? Smells like Pangasus. Well, looks like Kodiak's just vomited. Sava not looking very strong. No, get rid of that. Veru, no, there's no volume on Veru. I know it's still strong up there at 20s, but I'm getting rid of that off the watch list. JE Clean Tech, get rid of that. UNRX, no volume. I can always add it back if I need to. Kirk from yesterday, no volume. Not looking very strong. Yeah. Most of its gains. I'll keep hold of that for a while, and this one's looking weak as well, a 7-stone weakling. Blue water vaccines. So basically, I've got a watch list of 1 right now, Bed Bath and Beyond, and that's just for the potential squeeze up. It's down at $19 now, so Bed Bath and Beyond is not looking great. No problem at all, Alistair. Yeah, I lost money on BWV yesterday. I made money to start off with. Well, you guys saw that. And then I went back in later. I managed to get green on the day after being what, 23,000 in the hole or whatever it was. Was then 16,000 in the hole. Went for the walk, managed to get green on the day. I had BWV and Magic Empire, so Blue Water Vaccines and Magic Empire. It was 7k up on both of those, and then I got to 4k down on Bed Bath and Beyond, and then BWV came back and I went in for some more and ended up 4k down on BWV, and it'd be like that some days, you know. Just when you think you've got green, it pulls you back and you lose money again. So I ended up 4k down on yesterday, and I was, to be completely transparent about it all, I was absolutely shattered. I don't know if it was the trading or I'm just generally fatigued at the moment, because I'm not that energetic about my trading at the moment. I'm just generally not that energetic, full stop. I'm feeling very lethargic. I need a break. I need a holiday is what I need. So I will be probably taking a break at the end of this month. I've not booked anything yet, but I'll probably fly somewhere on the 1st of September and catch some sun and have some, waiter or waitress bring me, rum-based cocktails every 15 minutes. Yes, Shiz. Do you want your treat, Nyako? Yes, you will. Your ears will pick up like a teddy bear that you are. Come on. Come on. Want it? You go stand up for it. There you go. Good girl. Thanks, BK. Appreciate that. Not necessary, but thanks anyway. Costs you a lot more than it gets me, that's for sure. TikTok. They don't like paying people. That was a duck fillet. You don't need to make those kind of noise like you've never had a treat before, crying out loud. I'll give you another one, mate. We'll lie down. Get to 5,000, you get one, or you get one before we go out, okay? Matt's my Miyako minder. Matt the Miyako minder. But that could be a character out of a Stan Lee comic. The good news is, and why I'm feeling, I've not got the energy at the moment, but why I'm feeling buoyant is that I'm over goal. And as long as I'm over goal, there's no reason for me to be complaining. So I'm over goal at the moment, pro rata for the year. I'm over goal. I'm not at the year's goal yet. I'm over goal on the month. I'm green on the week. Yeah, a little bit of a drawdown from yesterday, but we're adding to that at the moment today. But I'm not too worried about that. 4K is usually reasonable enough. I mean, I take it for granted now because I've got a bigger account to trade with, that I can get 4K back relatively quickly. And it's usually true. But then again, 5K is the daily goal, so the Bed Bath & Beyond is down at 850s now. The question is, where do we get to here? The low is 1850. 1815 last night. No, we actually got down as far as 1812 last night. Well, that's the low in the out of hours session. It came back up on what we got to 21. Now I did ride some of that up, but didn't take any profit, so that's my own stupid fault. Again, greed is getting the better of me because I'm up here. I'm already at goal, so I'm just trying to maximize the potential. These sidebars, the volume by price, is that what you're talking about, Alistair? This is volume. This is an indicator that I like to use because it basically tells me where the transactions are happening in terms of the volume and whether it's on the uptick or the downtick. So, for example, on this bar here, there's more people selling at this price. I think I've got them set at narrowed at 5 cent intervals. So there's more people selling than there is buying at that price. But this is where most people are buying, at between kind of $19 and $19.20. People are still holding bags. Up here we've got, so this is what the volume by price is. It's just, I use that just for another confirmation of support and resistance levels. So we had that support level there at 19. And then when it's gone through there, people are just unloading. If you look right now, there's a lot more, there seems to be a lot more sellers than buyers. That sounds a bit silly because it's a zero-sum market. There's always an equal amount of buyers and sellers. But it seems like people are meeting the ask rather than the bid. So the people who are selling are getting filled rather than the people who are buying. Well, I've actually moved. So I used to get dog treats from the pet shop, and then she likes these ones. These are like jellified duck breasts, and I get them from the cheap supermarket. So I don't think I'll be going broke anytime soon by buying her these. Hey, Super Chip. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm in a decent mood. Just feeling a little bit fatigued at the moment. Just lacking energy. Over the full session. So as you can see here, over the full session, there's nobody trading up at 2080, but we've still got the ticker here. So I know that there's transactions and how big the transactions were up at these levels. There's nobody trading at $20.70 at the moment, but it's a volume by price. So how many people have bought at that price? It doesn't really matter about the time frame. It's based on I think it's intraday. I'll double check that for you, but I'm pretty sure it's intraday. No, it doesn't tell you how many are holding at those price points. It tells you how many shares of. Doesn't even tell you that, but it gives you the volume at that. Because what somebody that's buying here and it's going against them, they're buying at 19.15, say, and then it starts to go against them. Could be selling here. They could be making up 2 candles. So it's just purely volume. Same thing with the volume profile down the bottom. People who are selling here could be the same ones buying here. Doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter who's holding and what's holding, because it's all about volume anyway, and that's volume by price. So it's all about volume. If it's the same 10 people that are trading amongst themselves and they're trading loads of shares amongst themselves, and they're making up the volume, it doesn't matter. If it's 1,000 people or 10,000 people that are trading the volume, it doesn't really matter. It's the full volume. Probably a good idea, Tuffer. So we're going to bounce at 1820 on Bed Bath and Beyond. Question is, will it bounce back up at the bell? We'll find out in 15 minutes. I had a red day yesterday, Pat. We finished 4,500 down. It was actually after all, because I racked up some commissions as well. It was a little over 6,000 net. I was in the hole yesterday. So I started today an equity position of 124k. We were over 130k yesterday on the equity, but we're down to 124. Do I read YouTube chat, Callum? Yes, of course I do. But you think AMC going to 2080? That's your thought. So if you want me to answer a question, ask a question. Making a statement doesn't require a reply. Sorry to be pedantic, but your need for attention seems a little bit, prima donna. And the fact that you actually wrote that just after I responded to Topatech. Yeah, well, my very next trade, straight after I recovered 10k on Bed Bath and Beyond, so that was okay. On a bounce back up. Bed Bath and Beyond was mental yesterday. The run-up was lovely pre-market. I should have quit while I was ahead, and I was contemplating that I should have just left it and traded with the small account. I actually got profitable on Bed Bath and Beyond yesterday on the small account. Made a little over $200 on that. I'll have another look at Sava for you. Oh, Sava's popped. Nice. But look, there's absolutely no volume whatsoever down here. And then 3 minutes, the volume all comes in. So to try and get a read on that, virtually impossible. Moved almost, what, $3? that move. No, you don't want to be jumping in here at these highs. They could just pull back just as quickly. Look at what it did here. It went all the way up to 29 and pulled back to 27.40. So you want to look for an entry position. A good entry would have been here at 28.40, 28.50 on Sava. Good shout, Kai. Breaking highs now. It went up to nearly $35 yesterday. 34.87 was the high of session yesterday. If I take the trades during the stream, I will be, James. If not, I didn't do any recap videos yesterday. I was absolutely shattered, so I didn't record anything. But I'm recording the trades and doing recap videos on YouTube. So if I take the small account trade during the stream, you'll get to see it. If I don't, I'll record it and post it on YouTube. Yeah, I saw it was running yesterday. I saw it run up yesterday. It had a big run up yesterday, right after the bell. Oh, we're looking for an entry here. We're not getting any clean pullbacks. There's no clean entry just yet. Look for the break of 31. That's pulling back now. We might get it. We might get an entry here. Or not. Yeah, there we go. There's the first pullback. Spreads are big though, like 20-cent spreads, ranging between 10 and 20 cents. It's not. This is the broker is Capital Markets Elite. The platform is Dash Trader. I wish it was Bloomberg Terminal. Do you know how expensive Bloomberg Terminal is? Bloomberg Terminal is the best platform out there for traders, but stupid prices. Well, we just gave a big amount of money back to this, so we'll just wait for the next entry. Nice pullback. Should have waited for the confirmation. 31 resistance. And in the range here. Building a bit of a flat top there. $0.15 spreads. Yeah, well, that's it, Callum. You just get back on the horse. It's a new day today. Red day yesterday, new day today. Well, let's see what the price action brings when the market opens. It might sell off if you've got any luck. This one's going mental. Now I can smell exotic tobacco, shall we say. I think someone's having a party in the building. Smell of fish, so obviously cooking, and then now the smell of exotic tobacco. These 20-cent spreads now are getting a bit much. Morning, Dunkers. This went up to 34.87 yesterday. As far as I can see, this year it's at a high of $37. Good morning, Thomas. Yeah, if AMC breaks above 26, it's going to have it will have serious gains. Absolutely. It'll go up to about, if it breaks 26, it probably will go up to 30. Will it go up to $70 again? Probably not. Hey Kareem, where have you been, buddy? Well, enjoy Germany. Enjoy the sausages and the beer. And this 75. They do make a good sausage in Germany, you know, I've got to say. The rest of the food's a bit dodge. Just hoping this wasn't a bit of a pump and dump. Breaks 30, I'll have to get out. Bounced at 30 on the last pullback. And this is the danger of trading pre-market, is you can't set stop losses. It won't execute. Bed Bath & Beyond back up to 19. Nice flag, but needs now to break up. Do I have an in price on Bed Bath & Beyond? Watch the price action. I personally wouldn't trade it to the upside until it's over $20 again, because that's pretty much where the VWAP is. The VWAP's now at 1994, so I would wait for it to break above the VWAP, because that's going to be the first indication that it's garnered some bullish momentum. As long as it's below the VWAP, it's still in a downtrend. So that's why the VWAP is such a powerful intraday trading indicator. Yeah, it's always there. I don't advise anybody to trade pre-market unless you're an experienced trader. If you're a beginner trader, don't do it. You can make big gains, but it comes with a lot of risk. Very often the spreads are wider, so you have to have a much bigger appetite for risk. And maybe you're not going to get the 2-to-1 kind of risk-reward ratios that you really would like. And it becomes more I've frightened the bloody life out of me, that did. So I've just put my stop loss there at 74, so it got me out. Oof, that distracted me. So Bed Bath & Beyond, let's have a quick look at that. I'll put Server on the watch list because let's see which way it goes. Sells off. Or does it sell off or does it rally? That's the question. Looking at changing the scanners over to the regular market. So Bed Bath & Beyond probably not looking at Fubo, not looking great either. We'll break those pre-market highs. What we're looking for. Got pre-market high break. Need to retest those highs again. Push my stop to break even and get stopped up. This is volatile. Sure. New highs added to the position. Pulls back. By the dip. $12 resistance there. 31.96 is the high. Well, Bed Bath & Beyond is back up at $20. Oh, testing 20. Oh shit. Why am I watching Bed Bath & Beyond when I'm in this trade for a big size? Like an idiot. I've not lost unless I realise it. 31 should have been my stop. Why did I not put a stop in place? Bed Bath & Beyond is up at 2010s now. 20 teens. Bloody hell, Tony, pay attention in future. Yeah, well, Cisco's a good company. Cisco's a very good company. Personally, I would say Cisco's a buy and hold, you know, long term. That was 50-cent trailing stop loss. $5,000 shares. Make new highs. Come on, get me over $32 on my stop. There we go. Struggling. At least I'm 32.11 now, at least. So on my stop loss is set at 32.11. So my average cost is 31.69. And get over 33, I'll add back. Add to the position. Yes, it could. Will it? I don't know. In terms of, do I think it could go to 22? It's up at 22. There we go. I got stopped out. So 1200 on green on Sava at the moment. Let's have a look at Bed Bath & Beyond. This breaks 22.50. I might have a look. 20.50. Where did it get to? 1803, below. Well, it's not a dead cat bounce. A dead cat bounce has to have a significant sell-off, whereas this has had a pullback. It's still up from its original push up. So if I go back to where it was on Monday, it's still higher. Good man, Kai. All about priorities. The bounce on the VWAP. Didn't get it. Oh, lost $1 there. Oh, the bounce comes after I get out. That's just typical. Well, 1946, you might be getting back out again. Volatility on this is great though. Everything's pulling, actually everything's pulling back right now. I'm just looking at Forza's pulling back, Sava's pulling back, Oriak's pulling back, the Spy's pulling back. Everything's pulling back right now. And BWV had to pop out of the gates. For 610. BWV went up to $8 yesterday. Right on the money. I'm still looking for 610. Got 610 on the ask, but I'm looking for the bid. That was a terrible fill. Price was down there at bloody 585. How did you get filled at? It's a limit order. How did I get filled at 6? That is a shocking fill. Sometimes I just don't know where these brokers are getting the fills from. Hey, Alistair. Can't believe I just pressed that button. So the Sava contracted by the blue water vaccines. I've seen double top here, M formation, that's bearish, so that's why I let it stop me out. Let's see what else is moving up. BWV. It is red at the moment there, Alistair. Same red as for the same reason as yesterday. Bed Bath and Beyond.